You know, it's funny. I thought up this video idea way before Digimon Con 2022 was even announced. So, I had no choice but to wait it out. I had remakes, remasters on my mind. Think about what that damn trailer did to me. Games. Honestly, boys, I'm very happy and satisfied with where we've come in the last year with my Digimon game resume. It's not that deep, but with what we've played on the channel, I got a good taste in my mouth. I know what I'm getting into right now. Sort of ignoring handheld Digimon games for now. The console games are all different. Literally, figuratively, and hypothetically speaking. You see, rather than sticking to and evolving on a specific structure, they just keep trying new shit. This is both good and bad in my opinion. Good for the variety that naturally comes along with this concept, but bad because this causes what I'm calling quiet chaos. I don't know, but it feels like I'm the only one understanding the severity of this situation. Before we get anywhere, I have a question. Out of the trio, which one would you want remastered, and you can only pick one? I need you to pause the video, scroll down, and type a comment. I'm serious. As a kid, I never heard about these games. World 1, 2, 3, none of them, bro. And I think there's a reason why.
The games kind of suck, man.
For being honest. But a game that sucks doesn't necessarily mean you can't have fun with it. It's just that, all three are so hard to get into. The stories are mediocre at best. The gameplay gives you a stroke. But if you can dodge the hospital visit, I'm telling you, there's something to enjoy here. I'm excited to see the outcome of our social experiment, but in my experience, talking to different Digimon fans around the world, I've kind of come to one conclusion. Y'all need help. It's nothing serious, okay? Y'all are okay before you start calling your doctors. It's just, I have never seen nostalgia have such a tight grip on reproductive organs. It's crazy. One camp swears Digimon World 1 is not that hard and is peak Digimon, even above the modern Cyber Sleuth games. Crazy people, bro. I'm telling you, I don't know what's going on right now. And then another camp says Digimon World 2 is the best game.
Yes,
and lastly, we have a pack of alpha males. You know what I'm saying? Who see Digimon World 3 as the best old school Digimon game. I heard they're good looking too. That's just the word on the street, bro. Don't ask me. I say all this, but please remember, these games are kind of ass. I just know some of y'all are a little freaky, you know what I'm saying? If Bandai were to remake or even just remaster these games, I just feel like there's so much modernization, optimization that needs to be done. For starters, the gameplay mechanics aren't explained well or at all. Secondly, the amount of grinding is obnoxious, and I'm just not sure how well it will stand or fare in today's age of gaming. And lastly, to this day, a somewhat improved Digimon World formula, aka Next Order, is still a hard sell if we're thinking about World 1. World 2's gameplay loop looks extremely boring, with the only saving grace being the collection and team building concept, and World 3 shares a little bit of both of those problems, but overall is a lot more accessible with less adjustments needed, comparatively speaking. My point being, I just can't see any of these games being a viable option to just sort of simply remaster. Upscale the graphics, give it some good frames, and now we got a smooth running pile of poop. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not really trying to play with some poop. Alright, I'm exaggerating a bit, okay? But we need these things to sell. Optimization or modernization or both is a requirement. At this point, I don't think I gotta convince anybody that money is very important in this whole conversation. Because without it, we're gonna be in consideration land forever.
I'm positively considering. We haven't been able to consider it. We are not considering an action RPG. I'd like to consider it.
In fact, poor sales could even backfire on us. Bro, we need gradual growth. First, they release an optimized remaster. That does well. Warrants a remake. That does well. Now we're getting new games and remakes. And we're Pokemon. Billionaires. When you think about it, Hobble already touched on why remastering or remaking the DS and 3DS games would be tricky, and it's generally the same reason I just made about the console ones. Specifically, the double screens would need to be implemented or removed, and whichever option is gonna take some thinking and planning versus just easily remastering the product one-to-one. Now, you might be saying something like, Jam, just because you think the games aren't good doesn't mean... I'm gonna stop you right there, okay? Stop it. Yes, these are my opinions, but I would bet any type of money I could easily find a large audience that agrees with me. And if you disagree with me, there's a high probability that you are one of those Digimon fans who are blinded by nostalgia from the initial time you played the game over 20 years ago. You fossil. Get younger. Don't grow up. Get younger. Next Order is the most modern Digimon World game and was still reviewed poorly, essentially due to the fact that the core features that make it a Digimon World game were not fine-tuned enough. A review around Digimon World Next Order says this: on a whole, Digimon World Next Order isn't a bad experience. It does take some time in order to get used to the flow of the game and to deal with its irritations, but once you're there, you're in for what might potentially be a very addictive grind indeed. Honestly, I feel like you could say the same thing for Digimon World 1, 2, and 3. Like, think about it. If Next Order tried to fine-tune the gameplay while maintaining that same structure, and people are still irritated, me included, then just imagine a 1080p version of World 1, the OG. High quality confusion. Digimon World Next Order took me 3 restarts before I could actually begin making some progress. But obviously we shouldn't just forget about the games. From what I know about World 1, I would bet a remastered version would be so good. But maybe the more logical solution is to just remake them. There's complications with that, we kind of talked about it already, but let's break it down and let's start with the good. By remaking, we can fine-tune the legacy these games built and potentially pull in a new audience. On the flip side, if we want these games to actually do well, a remake is step 1 and modernizing the games is step 2. And at this point, I think we're asking for too much. This is Bandai. So what did I just say? A simple remaster is bound to fail sales-wise, based off how bad these games aged. And now I'm saying, Bandai, could y'all remake this game? But they can't even release modern games, guys.
It's not looking good for us, boys.
All right, we can agree remakes, remasters probably aren't happening anytime soon. At the end of the day, the Digimon brand needs to reinvigorate fans due to the long drought we've had, and a remake of the old shitty games is probably not gonna cut it. Definitely not gonna cut it. Look at Pokemon. They use remakes to satisfy fans while working on their next big thing to bring in new fans. Now they've gotten to the point where they not only redo their past games, but are branching into new formats while still delivering their flagship titles in a timely manner. Digimon was on that path. Ladies and gentlemen, we just lost our mojo, our momentum, our swag. But I do believe once Survive is out the door, things will start looking better. The brand itself is at its peak right now, bro. Check out this commercial.
Wait a minute! You play Digimon too?
Yes, my Digimon.
Kidding me. I love Digimon. Whoa, how about a quick game?
Bro, you drop one fire Digimon story trailer and it's freaking over. All eyes on us. I'm telling y'all. And once that's done, we could then realistically begin hoping for some type of remake or remaster. The good part is we've already asked those questions, a lot of them, so they have it in the back of their minds, both Hobble and Bandai. We just gotta stop talking with our wallets, boys. Come on, yo. Get them out. Start spending. But with that being said, boys, that's all I got. I'm getting a phone call. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm ending the video. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Yeah, what's up, baby? Yeah, I'll come on.